The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Gain of 12. And the Steeler 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Samuels. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
49-yard line.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Play 3 of the drive now is successful. They go backwards after those 2 1st down gains. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Giants 7, Steelers nothing.
Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They'll run with Samuels. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the carry, it's Samuels. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings
now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants 28. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
28-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Logan Ryan on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
They'll run with McFarland. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
He's brought down.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Now whistles here before the snap, but it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught just inside the 10. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync. stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Able to convert on 4th to bring up first and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's first and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, Corey Ballantyne. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sales, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 6 yards there. First down, New York.
At the 34-yard line.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Now Jones throwing on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
At the 41.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A first down carry for Barkley. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
There on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup.
On 2nd and 7. Jones over the middle. He's got his tight end Ingram. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker T.J. Watt there on the coverage.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
3rd down and 9.
Back to throw. Jones. A short throw to Ingram. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday nighter of the season. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Intercepted.
It was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
A field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Barkley on 1st down, going to work his way forward only for about a couple there. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Barkley.
7-yard line.
He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Tackle made at the
that run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A big play if you think about it right now in this season. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They scored.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Gano
now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
James Conner.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. Ebron's got it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 15.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
On 1st down, McFarland And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. On second and a couple, Roethlisberger. He gets this one to Johnson. That one a first down pickup of 8. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On first down, Samuels. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
That's out to the left and complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Now a carry here for their fullback. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. The tackle made there by Kyler Fackrell. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that will be incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on fourth down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Fourth down. Here's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, here's McFarland, and he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Pittsburgh.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. Only a yard there. Snipped out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Right side to Eric Ebron. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now 1st and 10 at the 11. And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
17. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Jones. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
The 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Mika Fitzpatrick. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. And the Steeler first down.
They'll run on first down. Samuels, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this. Overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
A gain of 7. First down.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Conner. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. They'll try and run for it with Conner. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Conner. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On first down, Samuels. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Pittsburgh.
The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Conner. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. But you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal.